Last beer before we hit the 20s, and let's see what we got. Welcome back, friends. It's day number 19. If you've been following along at home, which I hope you have, I've been going through the Costco Brewers Advent calendar from the original Kalea. We are on day number 19. That means after today, obviously. Hopefully you know this too. It'll be 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. We'll just have 5 beers left, but we have the 19th to deal with right now. If you're following along at home, the 19th is the second row from the bottom, the one on the very right edge. I don't know. Let's see what we got. Yesterday we had a Helles style lager, something I had seen last year. So let's see if 19 is something new or if it's another kind of throwback, another replay. Okay, so this one is a Rashbeer. I think this one is new. If it's not new, then I think it's a new can. This is Zwanitzer. Wow. Rashbeer, German craft beer. It is product of Germany. And that was in English and I could barely read it. This is 4.8% alcohol by volume. Brewed and owned by private brewery Eggerer in Großnolbach, Germany. And yeah, this one expires in May 2023, which again is kind of par for the course. This thing is getting so light. It's like I could curl with it at the beginning, and now it's like it wouldn't even be worth it. Have to do like 1,000 reps to get any kind of work out of it. So 4.8% alcohol by volume. I believe this is probably one of the lower ABV beers that we have had so far. Let's put a nose on it. It's got a nice smoky aroma out of that can. No oxidation on the nose. Let's go ahead and pour this. A dark beer. Can you believe it? I mean, I feel like I've been looking for a dark beer in this box since the first week when we had that Bock. So this is a Rashbeer, which I believe is like a kind of a smoked lager. I could be completely off with that. I'm looking at the side of this can like I'm going to be able to read what any of this stuff says. But yeah, we're going to pour it. Just going to pour a little bit more. It is not super dark. It is 4.8%, very light. We're getting about 3 fingers ahead here. The head is not quite white. It's just a little bit off-white. It's a little bit kind of close to tan. It's just kind of like a shade or two off of white. And if we hold it up here, like, I don't know, actually, to you guys, it looks very dark. To me, it has a really dark amber color. I can especially see, like, through the bottom of the glass here, it looks very red. And that's just like the light bouncing off the counter here and through the bottom of the glass. Put a better nose here. Super smoky. A bit of a malt sweetness in there in the very back end, but really smoky. Like the first thing I pick up on is just a big nose of smoke. So let's go ahead and try it out. Cheers. I'm going to talk about the mouthfeel first. This is a very interesting, very different kind of flavor. The mouthfeel is a little bit heavier than like a crisp light kind of deal, but it's not a heavy mouthfeel at all. It has a bit of a almost this bit of, like I mentioned, a graininess a couple days ago. The beer had a bit of a grainy kind of mouthfeel. This has a bit of a, almost this gritty kind of texture. But let's talk about the flavor. There's a lot going on here. When I first took that first drink, what I was tasting is what I was smelling out of here, and it's just it's a bit different. Right off the bat, big thing that I notice is has a lot of a smoky character to it, a lot of smoky flavor in there. It has a little bit of a malty, kind of dark malt, chocolatey kind of characteristic to it. It has this flavor. It tastes like a little bit of a subdued campfire kind of flavor going on. It's very smoky, very roasty, very kind of chocolatey flavors that are going on in there. The chocolatey flavor that comes in is really on the bottom, really on the tail end. This is a really interesting beer. I know I've been saying like, hey, you know, let's hope we get another surprise. Let's hope we get a surprise. This one is a big surprise. Like, I can't remember. I may have had a beer in this particular style before, but it's a big surprise. Like, I can't think of a time off the top of my head that I have had one. There's a flavor that's going on in here as I'm talking that I'm really just kind of thinking of, but I can't. It's very familiar, but I can't put my finger on. I can't even verbalize what the flavor is. I bet when I'm done with this video, I'll be like, oh yeah, that flavor. But yeah, really smoky, really roasty, has some chocolate notes to it, has a little bit of a bitterness to it as well. All that smokiness kind of adds a bit of a bitterness on the swallow. The aftertaste kind of keeps continuing on that smoky kind of flavor. I gotta say this, it's good. I love to go outside my comfort zone. I'm not in love with this beer, unfortunately, and I don't know if it's the style itself or maybe it's probably just me. But anyways, that has been Zwanitzer Rashbeer. It's a German craft beer. This is 4.8% alcohol by volume, brewed and owned by private brewery Egger in Großschnellenbach, Germany. I kept saying I wanted a surprise, and day number 19 brought me a big surprise. So come back tomorrow. We'll be jumping into the 20s, and the dates will be on number 20. You know, fitting that we'd be jumping into the 20s with number 20. So until next time, I'm Sean from Draft Therapy. Remember, drink craft beer, support your local breweries. These guys are in Germany, but I'm sure there's a lot of kick-ass breweries in your area. And don't forget to treat yourself to a little Draft Therapy. See you tomorrow. Come back for the 20th. We'll see if we get any surprises like this. Cheers.